Again, you take a look at the timeline of what happened here. She's posting and doing an Instagram video probably like a half hour before she stabs her boyfriend to death in this case. So that video, very important. Let me bring in our experts who are joining us tonight in Los Angeles, California. Forensic psychiatrist, trial expert, witness, and columnist, Dr. Carol Lieberman. So let's do this. I want to take a look at that Instagram video first. This week, the Miami-Dade state attorney announced that OnlyFans model, social media influencer, Courtney Clenney, is being charged with second-degree murder in the April 3rd stabbing death of her boyfriend, Christian Oboncelli. The warrant for Courtney Clenney's arrest details some of the events that day and reads in part, evidence shows Sunday, April 3rd, 2022, began peacefully with the defendant and victim playing with their dogs in the apartment. At some point, the victim left their apartment and returned with Subway sandwiches for himself and the defendant. At the same time, the defendant finished and uploaded an Instagram live video to her page. Let's watch some of that Instagram live video, which was uploaded. Again, this is just minutes before Christian was stabbed.
Okay, I got Subway. I'm gonna ditch. I'm gonna go hit my puff and then eat my sandwich because I just can't hit it in front of you guys. You know, it's just not acceptable. So I'm gonna do that and eat. So I'm gonna do an OF live tonight. So if you want me to answer a question, just like put it on my last post.
All right, she said, I'm going to do an OF Live. That's the OnlyFans. That's the real big revenue stream that she had. Before I get to you, Janine Driver, Dr. Carol Lieberman, are you hearing anything in her voice or what she's saying or how she is that would indicate that in less than a half hour, she's going to kill her boyfriend?
You know, I think a key, first of all, she sounds a bit, you know, as if she might be under the influence of something. And, you know, she did go into rehab when she was in Hawaii for substance abuse and for PTSD. And she had a DUI earlier on. So I think, you know, she could, well, that could be a part of it contributing to what she did later. But, you know, what's interesting is that he left to get the sandwiches at 1:15 and he didn't come back until 4 something. And so I would suspect that the fight started over her being jealous. Like, how long does it take to go to Subway to get sandwiches? I think she was suspecting that he was doing something else, like being with another woman.
Dr. Carol Lieberman, anything that you saw there, including the dog licking her face in that TMZ video?
Yes. I mean, obviously, that's a very disturbing video for a number of reasons. I thought, well, you know, kissing the dog after she just, even if it was in self-defense, after her boyfriend of 2 years is now dead, that was just very strange, especially with all the blood. But I also saw, it seemed seductive, the way she was putting her head, seductive towards the officer, the way she was moving her body and her head and then kissing the dog. I found that to be kind of that she was trying to be seductive towards the officer to get him to be nice to her, to get him to give her favors, to get him to not believe that she was the killer.
All right. Very insightful. Dr. Carol Lieberman, this is a case and a history between these two, domestic violence. What do you think will be the key to figuring out who's the aggressor, who's the victim, and what really happened?
Well, just first, in this elevator video, you know, when she runs in and she starts pushing on the door, trying to get the elevator to go, it seems as though maybe she was running away from him, you know, that she was afraid of him being aggressive. But then, of course, we see her being aggressive, and he's just trying to push her off. You know, it's like she's a kind of a mosquito to him. But what's the key? I think the key is going to be to find out what was going on in that day. I mean, yes, it was tumultuous for 2 years, but you know, I think if it is I don't know if we'll ever find out from her, well, maybe from texts and so on, but I think the key is why she was so angry when he came back. You know, and as I said before, I think it was jealousy. I think that she's afraid. You know, she's somebody with OnlyFans. She wants and needs a lot of attention. And here he was gone so long, even if, whether he was with another woman or not, she wanted all that attention, and that got her angry.
She was also on the phone with her mom, and her mom heard some arguing back and forth, so she may very well be a key to all of this as well. Again, I'm watching this video, and he is so much bigger than she is. The fact that she's attacking Dr. Carol Lieberman, someone who is so much bigger, who could very easily win a fight, does that tell you anything?
Well, she, I think she, has an enlarged view of her own strength or how desirable she is, and that she could get away with anything, that she's this OnlyFans star, and he's. And then, I think maybe then when she realizes that she doesn't have him totally under her control, she was asked in a podcast, what do you like? First of all, she said, I like black men, rich black guys. And then she said, I like to be submissive in bed, but I don't like people or a man to control my life outside of bed, in life, in regular life. So, that's what we were seeing in terms of what she wants to be in.
Dr. Carol Lieberman, Janine, excellent as always. Thank you both so much. We'll continue to talk about this case.